Swift's delusional stalker is still after her even though it's been years, and she just had to file for a restraining order against this mysterious man, who she says claimed they had a child and even changed his license address to her home. Yes, you heard that right, you guys. While Taylor has been having a blast and spending quality time off the radar with Travis, jet setting across the globe during the NFL offseason, danger hasn't exactly stayed away, unfortunately. Last year, Travis Kelce's $6 million Kansas home was broken into, reportedly putting both of them on high alert. And let's not forget, during the Eras Tour, Taylor had to cancel shows in Austria after being named the alleged target of a terrorist plot. This isn't just stand behavior, you guys. This is scary. Now, TMZ reports that Taylor's been forced to take legal action after multiple disturbing run-ins with this specific stalker named Brian, and the threat feels more real than ever.
Dudes that think we have an imaginary marriage. I've had a lot of stalkers show up to the house armed. So
let's get into it, you guys. Taylor Swift has been granted a protective order against an ex-con stalker who claims that she is the mother to his child. The 35-year-old megastar filed for a protective order and was granted a temporary restraining order on Monday, according to TMZ. According to the filing obtained by TMZ, Taylor alleges that an ex-convict keeps showing up to her house uninvited, claiming that she is the mother to his child. You guys, this is delusional behavior. The pop star even claims that the 45-year-old man named Brian Wagner even changed his address on his driver's license to her residence in Los Angeles. Taylor had went to court to make the filing on Friday, as it claimed that he has been harassing her for years, beginning when he was incarcerated. In the documents, Taylor claims that Wagner had showed up on her property consecutive days in May as he asked to see her and told security that he was there to check on a friend. She goes on to say that her security team had ran a criminal history report on Wagner, as they have found he was previously incarcerated. You guys, this is what makes it even more scary. Taylor went on to explain that she was told that he had been sending her lengthy communications from his time in prison, as she claims that they were full of mostly fabricated stories about his involvement in her personal life. Perhaps the most alarming bit is that Taylor alleges that Wagner had used concerning and threatening language in the communications and even attempted to divert mail away from her LA residence. According to TMZ, she claimed he even lied to the Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, to somehow change the address on his driver's license to my Los Angeles home. The megastar also claims that Wagner had previously went to her home at least 3 times in July 2024, including one supposed visit where he allegedly carried a glass bottle that could have been used as a weapon. Taylor claims that she had never met or communicated with Wagner and asked via the court order for Wagner to stay at least 100 yards away from her home, her workplace, and car. The A-lister has dealt with numerous stalkers in the past, including one who sent twisted letters threatening to unalive her. Oh my god, you guys. Taylor says, and quote, "I have no relationship with Mr. Wagner and have never met or communicated with him," declared Swift in the order request. "There's absolutely no legitimate reason for him to be attempting to contact me or my staff to approach my home or to make representations that he lives there." After noting that she has never shared her address publicly, Swift said, "Therefore, the fact that Mr. Wagner has determined where I reside and visited the property several times, refusing to leave and claiming to need access, makes me fear for my safety and the safety of my family." And rightfully so. The fact that both of these recent visits and Mr. Wagner's inappropriate and threatening communications to my staff about me have escalated in recent weeks creates a fear of imminent harm. The Fortnite singer went on, illustrating the danger Wagner poses to her.
Everything Taylor Swift does is beyond. That even includes the number of stalkers she's had and a number of times that she's been victimized.
Where is home for you now?
It's a very good question. I try not to ever really say where I am the most, because since all my addresses are on the internet, people tend to show up uninvited. Like, dudes that think we have an imaginary marriage.
Sweetheart, we're getting married. You're first lady.
Taylor Swift has had at least 15 alleged stalkers over the years, and a man named Mitch Tabell was one of them.
I proposed to Taylor Swift, everybody. She's going to say yes. I'm getting married. She's my soulmate.
Tabell was arrested last June for showing up at her Nashville home and making a series of threats. He was ordered to seek mental health treatment.
Another stalker named Morgan Mank crashed his car in the Swift's New York apartment building in 2022, then tore off the intercom when he couldn't get inside. DailyMail.com tracked him down afterwards.
Why is stalking Taylor Swift? You were, weren't you?
It's the other way around.
She's stalking you?
Yes.
We gotta remember that Taylor is an A-list celebrity, and she is one of, if not the most famous pop singer out there. And unfortunately, the downside to this level of success comes with insane people like this.
The most abnormal thing about my life is having sort of crowds form everywhere you go, and just everywhere. That starts happening, and then you have to take security everywhere you go. All of a sudden, you realize that you have not been alone, truly, for 5 years.
I try not to ever really say where I am the most because people tend to show up uninvited. You know, dudes that think we have an imaginary marriage. I've had a lot of stalkers show up to the house armed. So
all the comments, there are too many of these weirdos out there. Nobody should have to live in fear like this, regardless of who they are. Those psychos should be locked up permanently in max security Hannibal institutions, period. Damn, threatening, scary, crazy, and yet he's allowed to walk around? I know, stalking laws in the US and UK are woeful. On a brighter note though, over the weekend, Swifties got the surprise of their lives when Taylor Swift popped up unannounced at Travis Kelce's cousin's wedding in Nashville, you guys. There was no press, no warning, just Taylor casually pulling up to family events like it's no big deal, and the internet was going crazy, of course. Clips quickly made rounds on Twitter and TikTok showing the power couple vibing at the reception. They were spotted swaying in their chairs, totally locked in on the bride and groom's first dance. It was reported that Taylor was in a blue floral dress that was around $2,000.
Hi friends, we got a few more photos in today, so I wanted to update you. Starting off strong, we have Samantha Coram herself, who is the bride. She posted this iconic photo of her and her new husband and Taylor and Travis. Goals. We also had a really sweet candid photo of Taylor and Travis walking together, but the reason I wanted to show you this one is because a lot of people asked me yesterday if Taylor's security was in attendance, and this photo does give us the confirmation that her security team was on site yesterday, despite most of the photos not having them pictured. We have our main guy Drew up front, and then this is another one of her main guys on her team. I think his name is Nate. Someone said in my DMs earlier. I'm not 100% sure though. And then we also got this photo of Taylor and Travis with presumably possibly a couple, and I also...
But again, while Taylor's been living her best soft life with Travis and celebrating career wins, and as great as her life may seem, behind the doors she's still dealing with very real and very scary threats to her safety. Let this be a reminder that fame doesn't protect you from obsession, and sometimes it attracts the darkest kind, you guys. I hope this man stays far the hell away from Taylor and that she is safe and sound, not just now with this instance, but in the future. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.